Are you taking way too long to learn your piece? And because you're taking so long, you actually get bored a few weeks after learning the piece. Do you wish there was a more organized and effective way to learn your pieces? Hi, I'm Jazer, and today I'm going to give you 5 steps on how you can learn your piece as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let's get started. The first step is to listen and watch the score on YouTube. We live in an amazing time. Chopin and Mozart and Bach, they never were able to do this. They never were able to sit down, go online, go onto YouTube and watch a score unfolds as the music happens at the same time. We are so lucky in that we have the opportunity to do that, and I think you should make full utilization of this. This is something very, very useful to do because these black dots that you see on your music, when you are able to listen to it on YouTube, they actually become things that your brain can make sense of. Instead of just black dots, now you see them and you have an idea about what they represent and what they sound like when it's played through. I recommend listening to your piece on YouTube with the score at least once a day. Step number 2 is tied to the first step. Step number 2 is to study the score. Now that you've watched the YouTube video at least, hopefully a few times, now you have the ability to try and look for patterns in your piece. So often at the start of a piece, you would have a theme. What I like to do is I would grab a pencil and I would just write the word theme there. I would scan the piece and to see what other parts that theme comes back again, and I would write the word theme again on there. And often composers, when they write the theme in other sections of the piece, not always, but sometimes they like to change little things to keep the piece interesting. And when that happens, I also like to do little circles, little notes to myself, and I write simple words like same or different. Just little notes for myself for my brain to go, okay, this part, that little thing is the same as before. That part, it's a little bit different, so write the word different there. So my brain just has more of an idea of the organization of the entire piece. My brain's not sort of going into it without really knowing what's happening next. So very simply, let me just do a quick example here of my Nocturne in E flat. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Now the theme happens over here, and it happens here again. So I might write here that the theme happens again. I'll just write the word theme so I know it's playing again, and it's slightly different. So if you see, I actually have the word, it's a bit faint here, but I've got the word different here as well. I also want to know where it comes back again. So if I look, I can see that it happens over here again, because I've listened to the score many, many times. I know that it happens here again, so I'm going to write the word theme over there. It's got a little bit of variation to it, but on the whole, that's where the theme comes back again. So just little things like this. You want to be able to make some notes on your page and study it. Know exactly what's coming up. Notice exactly what the different sections are in your piece. Step number 3 is to practice hands separately. Hands separately is very, very important. I like to do little sections in sets of 7. So I might take, maybe it's 1 bar, or maybe if it's like 2 bars, if you can see that's one particular little phrase, or you can see how those little things belong to one thing, practice that one section for 7 times. So when you do it the first time, obviously it's going to be pretty rusty, but a 3rd or 4th time, you can kind of feel like your fingers are starting to understand. And by the 7th time, you realize that you're not really thinking about playing it so much anymore. It's just kind of happening. If you need to do it more times, do more times. My recommendation is to do the sets of 7 every day. You're going to see incredible results if you do that every day. A rookie mistake is people try and rush to hands together straight away. Don't do that. Your brain probably doesn't have the capacity to comprehend so many things happening at once at this point. Learn to do it hands separately first. Allow your brain time and space to really understand a piece, to know it inside out before you put them together. Step number 4 is to practice hands together, but in sections. So rookie mistake is where people, once they've learned hands separately, they start to do the entire piece hands together. They start to run through the entire piece. Doesn't help your brain. Your brain loves something called repetition, whether it's sport, whether it's music. If your brain can see a pattern in what you're doing, it will stick and it will reward you by being able to perform what you want it to perform when you need it. So give it what it wants. Repeat little sections 7 times and you will start to feel, like I was saying before, the first time's rusty, about the 3rd or 4th time it gets better. By the 7th time you can feel it going into your hands. And that's where you want to get it. You want to give your brain those moments where it's really starting to get it. It's a bit hard to explain through a video. When you do get it, when you're practicing, you'll know what I mean. Give it repetition so that it has the time and space to understand what you're doing. And the last step is to record yourself constantly so that you can improve. I love recording myself. Whenever I record myself, it exposes me to little mistakes or weak parts that I have. Because when I record myself, I tend to get a little bit more nervous when I play. So it's really good to just put the camera onto the side. I start to play, and then some of the weaker parts that I know I probably should have practiced better, they tend to expose themselves. I tend to make more mistakes there. It's a really good idea to record yourself constantly. Record yourself constantly and try and keep improving after every recording. So there you go. Those were my 5 steps on how you can learn a piece quickly and efficiently. What kind of advice would you have for other pianists who are wanting to learn the piece as quickly as possible? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to learn from you as well. My name is Jazer. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. Share this with someone who needs some better organization to their practice. We all only have 24 hours in your day. A lot of the pianists here, you practice between 30 minutes to 2 hours. So we want to be really smart about that time. We want to know exactly what's happening in that time that you're practicing so that you can maximize your results over the long term. That's all for today. I'm Jazer. I'll catch you in the next video.